Today, we're going to unlock a path into the booming field of cybersecurity that, get this, doesn't require a single line of code. We're talking about a huge part of the industry that feels like a hidden door most people just walk right past. So, here's the plan. We've got a 5-part roadmap for you. This is literally your step-by-step guide to go from a complete beginner to a confident, job-ready candidate. We're going to start with finding that hidden door into the industry. All right, first things first, let's talk about this hidden door. It's an area called Governance, Risk, and Compliance, or GRC for short. And let me tell you, it is, without a doubt, the fastest and most accessible entry point into the entire cyber industry. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. Just look at the contrast. On one side, you have your typical, super technical cyber jobs, ethical hacking, that kind of thing, demanding really tough certifications and years of experience. But then, on the other side, you have GRC. These jobs focus on strategy, process, and communication. You know, skills you might already have. It's a total no-brainer which path is more welcoming for someone just starting out.
Okay, so the big question is, if it's not about coding or hacking, what on earth do you do all day as a GRC professional? Well, the work pretty much boils down to 3 main pillars.
First up, you've got risk management. Think of yourself as a kind of cyber detective. Your job is to sniff out potential cyber threats to new projects or systems. You're the one who assesses the danger and then explains it to the business leaders so they can make smart decisions. The second pillar is auditing. This is kind of like being a quality inspector, but for cybersecurity. You're basically checking the company's security defenses against industry standards, making sure everything is locked down tight and there are no easy ways for the bad guys to get in. And the third pillar? That's strategy and consulting. Now, this is a more senior path. Here, you're not just managing risk, you're actually shaping the entire security vision for the company. This is the track that can lead you all the way to the top job in cyber, the Chief Information Security Officer, or CISO. So, that's the what. Now, let's get into the how. How do we build a learning plan that actually gets you hired? Because knowing what GRC is one thing, but proving you can do it, that's a whole different ballgame. And right here, this is the biggest trap for beginners. Let's be real. The source material is crystal clear that most online GRC courses are, frankly, terrible. They're just someone reading slides, it's all theory, totally disconnected from the actual day-to-day work. They don't give you skills, they just give you trivia.
So here's the secret. Skip the theory and focus on hands-on, project-based learning. Instead of just reading about security frameworks, you actually build a security program. Instead of memorizing risk principles, you perform a real risk assessment. These projects become the tangible proof of your skills that you can put directly on your resume. Okay, you've built the projects. Now let's translate that awesome experience into a resume that's going to get you noticed by hiring managers. Your very first step is to load up your resume with the right keywords. Terms like cybersecurity risk management and ISO 27001 are exactly what recruiters and their automated software are scanning for. And trust me, these aren't just buzzwords. They represent the core of the job.
This right here is the golden rule of resume writing. Focus on outcomes. Don't just say you learned about ISO 27001. Instead, you want to describe what you did. Built a full information security management system from scratch using the ISO 27001 framework. See the difference? One is passive learning, the other is active proof of your skills. With a powerful resume in hand, you're ready to start the job hunt. But this is where most people go wrong, because there's this huge counterintuitive secret to finding these roles. This is it. This is the single biggest reason people think these jobs don't exist. They search for GRC analyst and find almost nothing. The reality is the majority of these roles have totally different titles. It's like looking for a nursing job, but the title never actually says nurse. So what do you search for? Instead of the acronym, search for the frameworks and the functions. Searching for NIST or ISO 27001 or cybersecurity risk on job sites like LinkedIn will suddenly uncover hundreds of these hidden GRC opportunities. And once you find a job, remember this one simple rule. If you meet just 20% of the requirements, apply for it. Job descriptions are just a company's wish list, not a strict checklist. Don't reject yourself before they even get a chance to see your resume. Let them be the one to say no. All right, let's bring it home with our final section. Getting the job is just the start.
let's talk about a smart, long-term growth plan to make sure you build a successful, high-paying career in GRC.
The key here is to be strategic. You want certifications that are widely recognized and give you broad foundational knowledge, like the ones from Google, CompTIA, and Microsoft. What you really want to avoid are the niche, super theoretical GRC-specific certs that, according to industry experts, have a poor reputation and don't teach you much of practical value.
And as you advance, the most effective GRC professionals start adding complementary technical knowledge. You don't need to be an engineer, but understanding the basics of cloud platforms like AWS or Azure makes you so much more effective when you're assessing their risk. It connects your strategic work to the actual technology it governs. So there you have it, a complete roadmap to a career in cybersecurity GRC. From finding the hidden door to building the skills and landing the job, the entire path is laid out for you. The only question left is, what's your first step?